What's up, everyone? It's your CaptainChefy here. I just wanted to get into some description before we get into this full gameplay of Arcade Spirit. What if the 1983 video game market crash never happened? Set in 2000 XX, Arcade Spirits is a visual novel romantic comedy with a different history, where arcade still reigns supreme as the ultimate place to play. After a period of turbulent employment, your character starts an exciting new job at the Funplex, a popular local arcade with a team of staff that are eccentric as the customers. From fierce pro-gamers and dedicated high-score chasers to creative cosplayers and tinkering programmers, the neon lights and buzzing atmosphere of the Funplex is welcome home to many. But where will this newfound employment opportunity take you? Who will you meet along the way? And will you finally find the romance you've been seeking? So that's right, Arcade Spirits is a visual novel, but not just any visual novel, actually. Arcade Spirits also has dating simulator elements with 7 different characters who can be romanced or just befriended. Romance is completely optional in this game. You don't actually have to do it at all if you don't want to. Nearly all dating simulators require you to undertake some kind of mandatory romance encounter, but Arcade Spirits that is actually unique in the genre that you don't actually have to at all. It's one of the parts of the game. If you want to be in the romance, if you want to get all romanced and everything like that, then you're more than welcome to, but this game isn't all revolved around that, which I find that is pretty cool, actually. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. I really want to say thank you to Arcade Spirits for giving me an early access code and being able to stream this and actually be able to make videos on this game. It's a really great pleasure to have the opportunity to play this game, and especially to show you guys what it's like to play this game, just so then you can see for yourself. But I will say, make sure you choose your own choices and don't just follow mine just so that you could get a different ending, because like I said, depending on the choices you make is a different ending for everyone. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And again, I really want to thank Arcade Spirits for giving me the opportunity to play this game before it was fully released for consoles. It was an amazing opportunity, and thank you so much. But guys, let's just get into the video. So I guess I'll see you guys in the video. What?
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
It's cute. Like I should, like, what dinosaur would you be? That's funny. Alright, I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten all day. Fuck, chill out, alright? I'm not trying to chew in everyone's ear. I just really haven't eaten all that. I'm really hungry. Okay. Right, okay. Maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. Pick 2 fingers then. Pterodactyl soaring through the sky. Brontosaurus. I don't think I'd. Ooh, what would I be? I don't think Littlefoot's a brontosaurus, right? Yeah, that's right. I want to be Littlefoot. That's what I want to be. Pterodactyl. I've always wanted to be a bird, so wait, no, all dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be flying birds, so pterodactyl swooping around, catching updrafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Really, how exciting. Even if technically speaking, pterodactyls are dinosaurs.
What's your favorite snack?
It's not Slim Jim, surprisingly. Snack? If this is a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos, always tacos, but snacks.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Pizza bagels. Say pizza bagels. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have. Hush you. Come now, dear. I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? TC apple. I guess, like, honestly, this is more accurate, but I don't want to be dull. I'm not, like, or basic. I'm not basic. It's just, that is pretty true. Like, depending on whatever's in the vending machine might be, like, what my favorite snack is. Apple with almond butter, though? Nah. No, thank you. I'm not picky, really. Whatever calls to me most is what I choose, whether it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos or gummy bears. Very interesting. I see you go with the flow, a team player. It's kind of my thing. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
Assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Not much. Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francie's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Engineering can make stuff medical, and hey, no lawyers left to sue for malpractice. To be honest, I'd probably be eaten. None of these accurately describe me. I feel like I'd be okay. I'd probably last day 2. Sure. I'm essentially MacGyver. I can make anything out of a string, a match, and a screwdriver. Especially if what you want is a screwdriver wrapped in a burning string. Good. We'll need someone to build makeshift defenses and think quickly in case we get surrounded. An inventive brain is always a critical role in any survival. One more thing.
Why are you here?
This question is so simple and almost actually relevant to the career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you I came about the job offer.
Seeking a job, true. But that doesn't really answer my question, does it?
God, I love this voice actor.
No doubt. You think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone.
I really like this voice actor.
Dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex.
God, I really like this voice actor.
If all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long. So I ask you again, why are you here?
Sorry, I know I'm just like kind of sitting here because one, because they're talking, but I really like the fucking voice acting on this. This is awesome. To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than just because. Just because. Just run with it. Just go with the flow. And Juniper and I just told me to do a thing, so I did the thing. But that couldn't cut it here. I need to actually think this through. I understand I'm not whining or looking for pity, but my life has been a complete mess over a decade. In and out of jobs, taking what I can, settling, compromising. I gave up on hoping for something better a long time ago. But, well, the people in my life who are close to me keep encouraging me to try and chase my dreams. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for the answer to your question. But I won't be daydreaming all the time, I promise. In my last job, I was a lifeguard. That takes a lot of focus. I'll be just as attentive in helping your Funplex. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often notices you smiling after coming home from work, which makes Francine smile in return. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at many ways one can save a life even here. Very well, I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure, and yet felt appropriate, like it was far more than just filling a slot on a payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mysterious job I'd accepted really involved. No. Sorry. Straight in the camera while I chewed that. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously as stool behind the prize counter.
Oh, how marvelous.
Welcome to your new position, Captain. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. Sorry. I glance at the riot away of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes at any rate. It's such a relief. I'd really be stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throats.
Oh, such a shame.
Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for this fucking grandson. I'm sorry the last person to work this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all the administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking tired me out some. I'll be at the back office if you need me. Hey, look who that smug little mofo is. Okay then. I adjusted my seat on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk beneath me. A wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? I seem to be smiling. Any minute now. Oh my god! Crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now and nobody's walked up to attain novelty funplex, shot glasses, or a colored pencil set, or a light up yo-yo. Lunchtime's approaching and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I start wondering if one of those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Is he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break or an unwashed and unemployed game aficionado, in fact. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute. Oh. That's this dude. Sorry, it's a dude. His name is Cool Dude so far. Pretty sure it's Gavin. It's gotta be right. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? No. Yeah. Hello, I'm CaptainChefy, your new hire. I'm looking forward to working with you. Relax as someone on hearing that. Somewhat.
Good to hear.
Ooh, it's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gutso for octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So she explained the job to you, gave you the papers to sign. She said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper. I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Right, so as you've no doubts guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall into bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's the people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I'm not a people person, as you've likely gathered. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner at least. If things go south, just tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me a business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His number is listed at the bottom. It's probably deeper in my voice because it felt like they're definitely meshing. Hold on. Right. You ever worked for a high pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks. You have no idea. Right. Well, yeah, you know how to keep your head when the customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around. You text Ashley or Naomi in that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement of peace. Comprendo? It's not my first explosion ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard at a pool. Managing stress in typical situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Heyo! I mean, that's what you should do. Anyway, you should really fucking take charge. Gavin nods approvingly. Good. I'd like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat here.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly.
Nice.
I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Oh, okay. Cool. Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs, a stress-release gesture, but his expression softened somewhat afterwards.
I take it Francine told you her theory, that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade?
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically. The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, and you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard.
Like I said it hard. My Wii is heating up. It's warming up my feet, but it's also really bad that it's doing that.
Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
You won't have any issues with me. I'm a solid worker. Avinade's satisfied.
Thank you.
I suppose that's a good starting point. We can build from there. Anyway, I need to prepare your paperwork. Typically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dot the T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around. That would be accurate. If you were willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yep, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop through the door there, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use layman terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francie's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be, but he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although, I could swear... So I just saw, like, in the corner of my eye, the crane machine went down and up, and I was like, what is that? Could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door also marked employees early. Ugh, the apostrophe. Leads from the arcade floor to what feels like the industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. Ooh. Yep, that makes sense. Sorry, I was sucking my teeth. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex front, I thought one was very likely this Naomi spoken only of the myth and legend. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. A girl about my age... Oh, sorry. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metal fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me? For lack of a better way to interrupt her, I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense. Hi.
Hey, you know this room is for employees only.
She said that with no apostrophe.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
How did I know that she said it with no apostrophe? I'm CaptainChefy and the new floor attendant starting today.
Oh! Hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. No. The room's nice at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With the heavy doors closed behind me, I can barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on that circuit board, even when her laser focus, she's smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
He's busy doing some strange things with numbers.
Ugh, yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Really, what happened last time?
Well, I dropped it.
Humor! Comedy! Oh, right. She helps me lit the large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of a nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to the other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards and a largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen the inside of one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. Yeah. I'll admit, I don't know much of anything about how arcade games tick. I figured it was packed full of circuits and things. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as he speaks. Sorry. It could be packed in tighter, like a bar top or a cocktail cab. I'd say upright favor form over functionality. I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright even if it means an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so they can play sitting down, but I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the key ring on her side, and then stops to admire her handiwork. There's genuine joy in that smile, not just at a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing like it's a fine sculpture.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I love classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, the bezel artwork. The what on the what and the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well... Nah, fuck that. The way she stares lovingly at this, well, honestly, this box of wood and circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing. The art, the style, and of course the game itself. All of a part of it is the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Now it lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny. I believe that I'm not just choosing answers that I see would be like fit for the character. I'm choosing a lot of answers that is more based on me. Like, you know, like it's just I would say that. Like, I think games are fascinating. I always think games are super fascinating, and I think arcades are even more interesting. Like, just the whole build of it and how, you know, I don't want to, like, game developers are putting their games into this big arcade machine with all these circuits and everything. I just find it fascinating overall.
Woohoo!
Finally, so few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is going to be great. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, well, don't get me wrong. I can get along with him, genuinely, but his whole attitude, just no.
Ugh.
All he really cares. Sorry, I repeated what she did. All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd get the whole place. If anybody's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me the whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here, a long-standing argument that the new gal really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. I'm not sure I should prod about it, but I kind of want to know, too. No, I'm gonna say don't rock the boat. So, what's there to do for fun around here?
What?
That's fun around here. Play games? That was a dumb question. I wish I didn't choose that answer. It's a funplex. It's literally a plex of fun. Right. I knew that. Sorry, I was always asked awkward non-questions when I'm, No, I should apologize. That just started. You just started here, and I'm dumping workplace gossip on you. That's mean of me. I try to stay cheerful, really, no matter what. But try and succeed are different words. Anyway, don't worry about it. Gavin's my problem, not yours. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of gal. Well, a strong gal at least. Well, you are a gal. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then? Okay, let's go. Let's get to it. Right, a little to the left now. My left, you're right, careful. Now forward, right, correct. I mean, not turn to the right. Keep it coming, and there. Careful. Carefully tip it into place. Victory. I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheel dolly makes it easier but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she smiles again.
Yeah.
Okay, glad to get that done with. I swear I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Captain. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy to, oh right, stomach growling. Food required, except I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
You have pizza on a bagel.
Oh, love this. Now I'm just talking here, but if you had pizza on a bagel, shh. Hey, so any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but oh, no, not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo wub sub sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Hey, I know, wait right here. And she's off, scurrying back to the hidey hole. And she's back scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime, here you go. She pressed a box lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy stuff. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. What are you'll have for lunch then? Oh, I could just get some nachos from the vending machine or hit the whole store next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important?
Yeah.
See you after lunch. Oh, she didn't want to eat it. Got it. I can't help but think she was looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in the Francie's ideals for this arcade. She got a love for these games and it shows. Giving me your lunch? Me, a total stranger? That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute and hopefully has plenty of calories too. Armed with a box of healthy food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my munch on. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food sometimes. For food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs in the kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. Well, it was a good run. Death by the floofy monster was definitely not something I considered in 1,000 ways I picture my own death. Honestly, I thought past doing something I loved, alas may the Reaper take me swiftly and painlessly. Death incarnate. Rude, this floofy monster has feelings too. Wait, you aren't my doom? Oh hey, you're human. That's an improvement, I think.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, although that could just be a muscle spasm from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Captain.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
What the Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
Oh no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Today, this morning to be specific.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more. You could have stealthy maneuvered your way through all the games, like right up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code? Of course. Could have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that the 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed. Next, you needed to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret code just to find me. It just keeps going and going. Well, I mean, wow, I'm suitably impressed, albeit slightly terrified. She can take an idea and run with it. Where she's running with it, I'm not sure she even knows. How would you snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Hey guys, sorry about the abrupt ending. It's just that I live streamed this and I'm trying to do 30-minute segment videos just so I can put this on the YouTube page and you guys can get a full playthrough of the game. I'm trying not to cut out anything, so sorry if I miss something. I will probably go back or something like that. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. Again, I want to say thank you to Arcade Spirits for letting me play their game early. And if you guys want your own copy, then make sure you go ahead and go buy it because it's now available for the Xbox One, PS4, and now the Nintendo Switch. Today, May 1st, Friday, like right now. Go buy it. I don't know what you're waiting for. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode, which will come out tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I just want to say that this is your CaptainChefy speaking, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.